Right, this time of the quick speed shop, check it out. I'm building a custom tow bar action that fits my Ford Econoline van. I don't need to use it to haul this van around, but I got another one. We're going to go try it out, but I'm using this as a template. If you like fabrication, check it out. I'm starting a video right now. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. Well, I got an interesting one today. Here we go. Working on my boogie van here, but I'm using it as a template because I want to build something. Check this out. Got a piece of, what is this, like 1x3 channel, and I want to bolt this on here to the bumper bracket because I have this here. It's old school tow bar, and what I want to do with that is, you guys watched I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, I bought a 86 Ford E350 motorhome for parts and pieces, and I tore the whole back of it off, so now it's just a cab and chassis. It's about a mile down the road and I need to get it here, but it's too long to fit on my trailer with the real long wheelbase. So I want to build a tow bar that bolts to a Ford Econoline van, and I just happen to have the practice piece here, so that's what we're going to do today. What I'm doing here is I've got that 1x3. I've got it bolted through the inner bumper bracket, and I've cut out some 4-inch wide plate that bolts to the outer bumper bracket. If I had a longer piece of this, I wouldn't have had to do that. I just would have bolted this all the way across, but I don't have a piece long enough, so I got to cheat. I'm going to put some nuts on here, crank this down. I'm going to weld these plates to that, and then there's going to be a pair of tabs coming off for a double shear mount up here, and this what do you call it? Thing is going to mount out here like this. I would do something a little bit more substantial if I was going to tow the thing long distance, but I've only got to go about a mile down the road. So it's going to be fine bolted on. It's going to have these are 5/8 bolts, 4 5/8 bolts bolting it to the bumper tabs, which are riveted to the frame. It should be good enough for where I'm going. There's safety chains on this, and I'll probably wrap a chain around the whole thing, just loose around the cross member, so in case something happens, the thing can't get loose. But I think this is going to work. But essentially, when I go get the motorhome, I'll just unbolt the front bumper. There's just 2 bolts per side. Unbolt the bumper, take the bumper off, and bolt this right up in place of the bumper, and then I'll be able to hook onto it and take off down the road. So that's going to be a good plan. I'll build this thing tonight in the video, then tomorrow for me, but later in the video we'll go over there, we'll hook onto that motorhome, and we'll see how this contraption works. Got the tow bar up on here. Got 2 different hole selections, the lower hole and then this upper hole, which drops it down, and I can pick either one depending on my hitch height. But I think I got it up about where the hitch is on the truck, and for what I'm doing, it's not going to matter. These upper tabs are welded on here, so I'm a little, if you're hauling long distance, I'd be a little concerned about this is just like a welded on tab versus overlapped and tied into this thing. But anyways, I'll show you what I make the tabs out of. I got these out of the scrap bin at the steel place. There's some kind of tab they laser cut out, and you buy it by the pound of scrap. So I went and I drilled a 5/8 hole through here, and I've welded this on to make the pivots for this. You can see how it pivots here. It doesn't go all the way up. If I put it in the lower hole, I can actually stand the tow bar all the way up in the air. So that might be another reason to use the upper holes. But I'm not I'm going on a flat train, so I really don't need a lot of change in my action. But I welded 2 of these on. I just got them tacked and mounted. And then I'm going to cut some tabs. I got these other tabs I got out of the same scrap piece. I'm going to drill them, and they're going to weld in here and double shear this mount. I'll leave a little bit of slop just for some pivot action. That'll weld in there. And then I'll have a double shear mount to the steel. I'll tack it all together. We'll try it out, and then I'll fully weld this thing. And it pretty much should be done. All right, bam. I got it all welded up. Got the inner pieces on. I cut another section of these inner pieces in half and made a little angle gusset down here just to tie closer to this outside bolt. And yeah, check it out. So it should be good. I went back to the lower hole because I think it works out a little bit better. And I also get to do this. Watch this. Pivot this up. And where is my... Oh, I had it. Where is it? Here it is. Check this out. I can use the extra length of those slots. I can put a bolt through there. I can hold this thing up in the air if I want, like that. When it's down here in the toe position, it should pull straight through here, and it should pull straight through these tabs, not try to flex them at all. So, like I said, I'm only going a mile. I'm not worried about it. It's a mile down the road, but there we go. That's going to be a good deal there, and I'm sure it's going to be plenty strong enough for what I want to do. But it's also functional. Tow bar action, check this out. Locker in place. I'm just like a Jeep going to the beach. When I'm not using it, I swing it up out of the way. So I'd say that's pretty awesome. Not bad for building out a bunch of cutoffs and scraps. Got my tow bar mount ready. So next step here, or the next clip's going to be me going to the get the motor home. So I'll be doing that tomorrow morning. It's dark out now. So let me go take a nap overnight, and when I come back, we'll be at the motorhome. All right, here we go. I got the motorhome hooked up. It's bolted on there. It's hooked up. The thing should roll. We're going to pull it up on out of here. Hopefully, it will make it all the way back. I got a GoPro on the back so you guys can watch from behind. And let me see, give her a tug and see if she goes. Where's my truck keys? They're in the truck. Here we go. Don't get run over.
Stand back.
Well, bam, there we go. That worked like gangbusters. Got the old motorhome dragged here. The front brakes are tinging. The hubs are hot. They're dragging, but the thing hasn't run for like 15 years, so they're not too bad. But if you guys haven't seen my video where I got this thing, it had the full 24-footer box on the back. We tore that off and got this thing down to cabin chassis action. It's got a 460, a C6. It's got 48,000 miles. It's got this mint interior with the wood grain. This is all going to my boogie van project. Nice steering wheel. We had to take the tumbler out for the key because there's no key. Nice tilt column. I might even adapt that to my van. I've got the other column, but I might put this one in it out of here. But I've got to close this roof in. I'm gonna get rid of these stupid blue buckets and get the carpet out so it doesn't rot the floor, and close all this in before I put it away. It's gonna be a good project. Clean some of the mold off. Maybe I'll take these door panels right out so they don't continue to be moldy. But you can see here, I showed in the other video, they lengthened the frame about 4 foot. They plated on the outside. It's got the really long wheelbase. It's got the should be Dana 60 rear axle in there with the dually Dana 60 setup. Bud wheels, 16-inch Bud wheels all the way around. Twin tanks. Super heavy duty chassis for a project. I don't have the title, so I can't use the sheet metal here, but the floors and all that are really nice. The doors are mint, the fenders are mint. Now all the sheet metal is mint on this thing. It's got like a really, really nice grill. Here's got mold all over it, or moss. But that tow bar worked awesome. I bolted right on there. It didn't fall off. Didn't bend the bumper brackets at all. That's some good engineering right there. Nothing bad happened. And oh, this has got a front sway bar. I can probably put that in my van. Nice. But that homemade tow bar worked gangbusters. Got the big old mirrors on there. Excellent. So I'm going to shuffle this thing. It's going to go by the garage where the plow Jeep is and get stored away there. But I want to get these seats out first and do something to cover up the roof in the back of the cab before I do that. So bam, there we go. Just a little video about fabricating some custom action on my van and use it to get this motorhome home. It didn't fall off, it didn't kill me, it didn't jackknife the truck, it didn't like go kirk and run through somebody's house on the way back. That would have been awesome. So it's here. I'm just going to seal up the sheet metal and get the thing put away for storage, and then we'll be on to the next video. So until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you again right here at the Quick Speed Shop.